Welcome everyone to the Coaster Spot. This is Alex and we're back at Six Flags Great Adventure for another construction update, number 11 of the Flash Vertical Velocity, filmed on May 22nd, our second day in a row, and there'll be another one tomorrow. Very late, but there will be another one tomorrow. But as we're zooming in, we can see more Dracus, of course, has been added. We'll talk about it in a moment, but if we look at the storage lot, it is looking very barren. Only 5 pieces of track left. And if you look right next to that dumpster that's being pulled up to probably get rid of all the debris that was holding all this track in place and all that stuff so it didn't get damaged, under that plastic cover, I'm pretty sure those are the 2 pieces that will be the dropping floors that will be next to the train in the station. And as you can see, we're down to just 2 of those tower segments. I mean, we already saw that another one had gone in place and track is starting to be attached to it. So we'll do our normal fly around the lake and talk about the ride. For first-time viewers, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and allows me to keep doing these updates. And I appreciate every single comment and every single like for sure. And subscription. But it is a Vekoma Super Boomerang. It is the second of its type, the first one in North America, and it's going to launch you backwards and forwards with 7 different launches. Most of them are just going to accelerate you to a proper speed. Not going to feel them most though. It is 1,430 feet and it's going to be about 170 feet tall. And as you can see, we're nearly done with the track installation if you haven't been following along before. But it looks absolutely fantastic. The chiller roll is now complete and it is rising up into that tower, probably about 45 degrees the track is reaching at this point. So one more segment and it'll be vertical. If you look back at the storage lot, you can see there is one more segment with that spine, that 3rd rail, and then it actually transitions just the 2 rails, because up on the tower when it goes vertical it just has the 2 rails because the tower provides all the support the track actually needs. And wow, it's just progressing quite a bit. Once again, we got to mention that the supports on the Imola install have not gone in again. The 2 of them are sitting there, but the 3rd one is nowhere to be seen, although it was on site at one point and has mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, there's a hive of activity around the park, so we will take a look around at improvements, some operational and some construction stuff as well. Yeah, that chiller roll, as you know, we're starting to coin hashtag chiller roll. It looks fabulous, and now that it's complete, it looks even more similar to Batman and Robin the Chiller. I don't know how I didn't notice it, because you know, I've looked at the pictures in China, but dang, and it's interesting how it rotates to align with the tower like that. It is really cool. Yeah, it really does whip you to the side. It looks like it's gonna be kind of a corkscrew into a heart line. Yeah, it's some interesting heart lining. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic, I think. Again, I can't figure out what's going to be the highlight of this coaster. Sometimes, you know, I look at a coaster and I'm like, I know what the highlight's going to be. With Top Thrill 2, it was a spike. Although I guess I was a little bit wrong, because now the speed that you go over the big tower is so much faster. It is incredible. And then Iron Menace, we kind of knew that the tilted loop was going to be pretty amazing. Beyond the beyond vertical drop, we knew that was going to be the best part, but secondary was going to be the tilted loop. So yeah, it's this one. I don't know what is going to be my favorite part of the ride. The stall, maybe the chiller roll. I don't know. The launches. I mean, you're going to be pointing straight up at the sky, and you're going to be pointing straight down at the ground. Depending on which side of the tower you're going up or down. So that's cool. Here is El Toro. I figured we'd try to see if we could see the lockers going in. I couldn't. I think a tree is blocking it, but there were some vehicles driving around there. That could be nothing though. Here's the Savannah Sunset. Lots of the tents have gone in, but man, it still seems like there's a lot to go before they're opening in less than a month at the progress that they've been doing in the last few months. So we'll take a look at that hopefully from inside the safari this weekend. And then on the lake, there was a airboat. This has to be Great Adventure staff. I don't know what they're doing. I just found that interesting. And then just take a look at the park. Isn't this park just absolutely gorgeous from above? It pains me sometimes that the state of the park is just not up to par when you're on ground, because it's obviously in such a beautiful setting that's not utilized well enough, in my opinion. Yeah, I really hope that good things are coming to this park with the merger. It could be Cedar Point East easily, in my opinion, with the level of service and the resort part of it and everything. Like, there's so much they could do and so many things that is underutilized. But as we're looking at the log renovation, it is such a hive of activity. There's like a dozen work trucks, and I don't know if there are any more segments. Comment down below if you noticed anything. I honestly didn't have time to nitpick it as much. But yeah, we'll see what Midway is open for its opening on Friday, the Mine Train hearing. And Congo Rapids has some boats in the holding pond. I'm not holding out that it's going to be open this weekend, but maybe they'll push for it. And I had to go back and change the battery on the drone, and of course during that time they decided to add another piece of track to the forward tower. I don't even know what you would call it. Well, it would be the backwards tower, I guess, because you're going up it backwards and looking straight down at the sky. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the backwards tower. So yeah, there you go. It's growing, and unfortunately it's kind of hard to get an angle of it. In our shots as we pan around later on, you'll be able to see it a little bit better, but they're definitely working on attaching it with man lifts, moving into place right there and everything. So dang, I wish I could have caught that. I'm really thinking this is going to top off at least the tower later today or tomorrow. So I really hope that they wait till like 10:10 so we can watch it in the park. But I'll probably drone tomorrow morning before I go into the park as well, because why not? So wow, yeah, the park is just looking absolutely fantastic and from above, and I just love it to death, and can't believe how quickly this has gone up. I mean, I said that it would take about a month, and it's 27 or 28 days and counting at this point. Everyone was talking about how fast Iron Menace was going up, but that took like 3 months, so I think they've done an absolute fantastic job. I believe Muse is doing the construction, so they have a lot of expertise in roller coasters, whereas Centauri Construction, I believe that was the name of the construction that did Iron Menace. It was their first roller coaster. It wasn't really anything really, and also, you know, I think stuff was arriving on demand practically on Iron Menace, so I think they could have built it faster, but they just didn't have all the pieces available to them, as they were still being manufactured as the coaster first went up, which is kind of crazy, right? But yeah, it's still tremendous, and there's still so much to do though. You know, you have the queue and the stationary, and they haven't started on any of that yet. Midways, yeah, there's still so much to do. I know seeing the big roller coaster all up may get you excited, but it's going to take longer to do the rest of it. Anyways, here's a view of Jersey Devil, because I really miss filming it, and we need to take a look at this area throughout the next few weeks, because that could change a little bit. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you, every one of you, for watching, and of course there'll be update tomorrow evening as well.